Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North, and welcome back to Spirit Island. Today we're going to do a slightly silly game. I want to play Heart of the Wildfire into a double adversary. We're going to play Habsburg Livestock Colony with Sweden. And this would probably be very difficult, if not impossible, if not for what we're going to do, which is add in the Guard the Isles Heart scenario, because that will simplify things significantly for us. It'll take out a bunch of towns, give us some extra powers and extra presence. And yeah, this should be interesting. I really like Guard the Isles Heart here with double adversaries. I've been playing around with this for the last day or so, and it's been entertaining. I don't think that it's like a particularly great challenge necessarily, because it's degenerate stuff with double adversaries and degenerate stuff with Guard the Isles Heart, so it is what it is. Thickets erupt with every touch of breeze. That's a cool one. Infested aquifers. Oh man, I was gonna as soon as I saw they explored in the mountains, I was gonna just grow in here with double fire, but now we got Thicket's Touch, which is kind of interesting, because that could clear that land. No, we should get the Blight, because they've got this really fast wave of immigration coming because of the Sweden acceleration. So if we don't win in like 4 turns or 3 turns, we're going to get hit with wave of immigration, and that's going to add a town to the heartland because there's not any blight in it. So we need to definitely blight this land right away. So let's do that. Do we want to draft anything is the only question. And I think the answer is no. I don't think we need to, but we could. Do we want to, though? That's always the question, right? So what is Infested Aquifers? We might even play Infested Aquifers this turn, just to get a disease into that mountain, into this mountain here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go for energy as a result because we need some energy to do that. And I'm gonna push this Dahan. Let's push them into land 4, so we can pair them up with the Dahan from land 1 in a turn or 2 here. Get some energy, play Infested Aquifers, and yeah, I think that's going to be our first turn here. So invaders build in the mountains, which means they don't actually do any building, and then they explore the coastal lands. Okay, so land 2 is going to be a bit of a problem, or an opportunity perhaps, because we might be able to just burn that down entirely. So let's go here, add a disease, and then I want to grow into land 2, and just burn everything down, I think. So we're going to have to draft a power card. We're going to get to draft a power card. We have a decent major in Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze for taking out anything that happens to get into the inland, whether it's dealing with land 4 eventually, or if something explores into land 7 and we really need to deal with it. It can also clean up Blight, which is kind of a mixed thing for us because we want to keep Blight down because of the Habsburg escalations. So I don't really want to take a major here. I don't think we have quite enough energy to support one anyway. So let's take a minor and see what we can get. All right. We can get, feels like not all that much. I guess Treacherous Waterways is kind of interesting. Treacherous Waterways could push out of land 1 and let us do something with that. Twilight Fog brings Madness. Doesn't have really good elements for us, and the Strife isn't going to be very useful in this matchup. Sunset's Fire flows across the land. I don't think is going to do any work for us, because I don't think that we're going to have enough explorers on the board after this turn. And then Prowling Panthers, our beast token is in land 5, and yeah, this just isn't going to be a very good card here. Let's take Treacherous Waterways and see what happens. We'll go 2 card plays, and then I'm going to damage the city, add a Blight. And then let's Flame's Fury and Treacherous Waterways. That should get us 3 damage, which empties land 2. And Treacherous Waterways pushes that Explorer into... where do we want to put them? We don't want to put them in land 2, because then land 2 will build. So I guess we'll stick them in land 5, where we can hit them with Firestorm on a future turn. So let's Flame's Fury, Treacherous Waterways, push them there, Firestorm here, deal 2 damage? What? Oh, it didn't have the Flame's Fury marked, okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, population rises. Add a town to a land with explorers or towns. That's not good. We don't want towns. But sand fever outbreak, we get to add a disease to a sands, so I guess we just stick that in land 3. And then we get a disease on top of it, which should be fine. Offerings of pattern and dance. I don't think we have any Dahan in our lands right now, so let's go ahead and stick the town there, and then we get a disease there, and then we can blight that or let it blight next turn. We don't get any energy, sadly. Or I don't think we got any energy. And then invaders explore in the jungles, so that's good. They're kind of cut off from over there. Burn land regrows. We do want to clean up a blight because we're about to place another one, and we do only have one left on the card, so we might as well. We can only really heal land 5 right now, so that is what it is. Now, for this turn, I think I am going to actually try and see if I can just sort of Hail Mary a win, honestly, because if we stick this to Han in land 3, there's not an adjacent town, so they won't. Oh no, wait, we got Sweden bonus damage. Darn it. I always forget about the Sweden bonus damage. I shouldn't. I know it's there, and so that's a little frustrating. All right, so we could take out. So we can go to 3 card plays this turn potentially. We could draft another power. We could do something with Firestorm or our innate, or our growth rather, to deal with land 3 or land 4 potentially. I think we want to draft another card, honestly. Although then we couldn't play Thickets and Flash Fires. I'm just trying to think about how to clear land 4 basically, while also dealing with land 3. So yeah, let's grow into land 3. Let's draft a card. We can take our 1 energy spot if we really need to, but I would like to do 3 card plays this turn. Play some mix of Threatening Flames, Asphyxiating Smoke, and Flash Fires alongside whatever we or replacing one of those with whatever we draft. And then we'll see what we can do next turn. But this turn, the Wave of Immigration is hitting, so this is gonna set us way back. But that's okay. We will figure it out. Let's see if we get a miner that bails us out. I don't think we did. Steam Vents doesn't really do too much, although it could be like a cheaper Asphyxiating Smoke. Except we can't destroy a town with it. That's okay. Let's see. So if we do Steam Vents, Call to Migrate's not going to work. Mesmerize Tranquility is not going to work. Shadows of the Burning Forest is fear, but I don't think it's going to do anything for us. Let's take Steam Vents and see what happens. All right, and then I want to grow. Okay, so if they Ravage, normally they'll deal 4 damage, and then we could get a counterattack for 2 damage, which would kill the town at least. And then, so if we we could Flash Fire the Explorer. Yeah, this will work fine. This will work fine, I think. Maybe. So let's put the Dahan in there. We'll play Threatening Flames, we'll play Steam Vents, and we'll play Flash Fires. So then that'll let us deal 2 damage split across these lands. Or no, 2 damage, so we'll deal 2 damage in land 4, Steam Vents land 5, Flash Fires get sped up so we can ping the Explorer in land 3, and then we should just win on the Ravage. So unless the event screws us over, which is always a always a possibility, we should, I think, have this here. So Steam Vents, and then Flash Fires. Deal 1 damage. We all are also going to flip the Blight card. Oh, Dahan trade with the Invaders. Well, we're going to display our wrath at this betrayal. Because we have lots of fire elements, and I don't think we actually even have to kill a Dahan for it. That's kind of funny. So let's display Wrath. Nothing happens. We will flip the Blight card. Each player chooses a land to isolate. Interesting. Well, let's... because when they explore, they're going to get everything on the way of immigration. So let's just isolate... I don't know. Let's just isolate this sand. I don't know that that's right. Island blights. Strong Earth shatters slowly. Okay, so we can add a blight here, and then we're fine. All right, game over. Terror level 1. And we have beaten a double adversary, technically. We did use the scenario again, Guard the Isle's Heart, to make it completely ridiculous. But yeah. So that's a kind of ridiculous one. Turn 3 victory, yeah. That's silly. 5 living Dahan. Yep, we lost 1 Dahan in that sacrifice attack, and we had 8 blight on the island. So that's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the game. I've really been enjoying playing around with this scenario with these double adversaries. I'm gonna maybe try and do some more of these games. Do some like England plus Brandenburg Prussia, or maybe Habsburg plus Scotland, just to see what happens. So anyway, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thanks for watching.